the point of this video is that we wanted to take some of, I guess, the anxiety out of it, because it can be a little bit overwhelming. Is he serious right now? Trying to sell it this way?
He is old school.
Not going to buy an RV and then sell it for more than what you bought it for.
The best time to sell, we think, was right after COVID. So it's a cold day here in Jersey, hence the coats. We're hanging out at Myers RV in Branchville, New Jersey, and there's actually a decent amount of people walking around here. So you may think, you know, are people actually buying? Are people selling? Is now a good time to sell your RV? And that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. So we talk to a lot of people in the RV field. So, you know, our friend Matt of Matt's RV Reviews, we're actually at Myers RV today in Branchville, and we talk to a lot of people, and they're saying that the demand is still there, that people are shopping. There's people here shopping around and looking at RVs. Are they buying? I don't know, but there's definitely a lot of people shopping, and they did say here that they have been very, very busy. Now, this year is in one of the top 5 years for RV sales forecasted by RVIA.
Now you got to take into account, you know, 2020, 21, that was not the norm.
No.
It was kind of a feeding frenzy, really. So when you were selling your RV then, people were selling RVs, their used RVs, for more than what they paid for them. That's not the norm. That's not traditionally what happens. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the situation in this video. So the first thing, it is still a seller's market, right? Everything is more expensive. Fuel is more expensive. Costs are more expensive, but it is across the board on everything. So even though an RV may cost you more than it did 5 years ago, flights, hotels are expensive. We book hotels a lot. They have gone up significantly. So everything is more expensive. Next, there is still a very large and growing interest in camping and in RV camping specifically.
Yeah, so if you look at the Hershey RV show, it was approximately 50,000 people that went to the show. Again, not as big as COVID year, but still a lot of people were there shopping for RVs. And this year alone, KOA...
It's going really fast out
that's,
there.
on a motorcycle. Oh. And KOA said that over 25 million Americans went camping over Labor Day weekend. And we kind of knew that because trying to find a spot was not easy, right?
Yeah.
And I know people are still having problems with that, especially full-timers. Put in the comments below, are you still finding trouble in reserving camp spots?
Yeah, we haven't been RVing that long. It's been, what, 6, 7 years or so?
About 6 years, yeah.
The change that we've seen has been pretty dramatic. For the most part, you can't just pull into a campground unless it's like during the week.
Yeah,
if you go on weekends or holidays, you can't just pull into a private campground. They're booked. So that means there is still a lot of people out there that are RVing.
So let's look what's going on in the current world right now. So we have inflation, we have higher interest rates, everything is higher than it has been. People are crunching, they're hurting a little bit, but they still want to RV. So this is forcing many people to not buy new. They're looking for deals on used RVs, and many of them are looking in the private arena.
So in the beginning of the video, we said, is now a good time to sell? I also said that what was in 20 and 21 is not normal. You're not going to buy an RV and then sell it for more than what you bought it for. Now, with that being said, every year that passes, your RV depreciates more and more. And then after 10 years, it's pretty much a free-for-all. Like, it could get a decent amount of money if it's in really good shape, or it can really get nothing. So what we're trying to say, if a person's looking to sell an RV, there's a sense of urgency, especially toward the end of the year, because again, you go from 22 to 23, it just depreciated even more.
And in terms of selling, our opinion is it's definitely better to sell privately. And this is what we did when we had our Jayco travel trailer. We sold it privately, and then we went and bought our new RV. We bought Nelly. You're going to get more money
for the most part.
In most cases, if you buy through a private party, if you sell privately instead of somebody who's trading in, it's just the way it goes.
Yeah, and there are some drawbacks with that. And when you have to deal with it, you got to deal with people.
Yeah.
There's some characters out there. You also, you know, some people have problems with financing. When you trade in or when you consign, you give it. It's done, but you take a big hit. And we know this because when we sold our trailer, I mean, the difference we made was like $9,000. They were going to give us on trade to what we sold. And fortunately, we had a really good normal buyer that
he was
kind of everything went up, you know, went according to plan. It was an easy transaction.
So in terms of time of when to sell your RV, there's really no better time than now. Because of social media, it is so much easier to sell than, can you imagine 10, 20 years ago, right?
You know what's funny?
You put it in the newspapers, but...
I just want to get, this just popped in my head. You remember we went to my brother's the other day and what he had on his lawn?
Yeah.
So my brother's
Yeah,
a little is older than me. He's like more old school. So he's trying to sell his Jeep, but he has it on his lawn with the for sale. I go to MJ. I'm like, is he serious right now? Like, trying to sell it this way?
He is old school. But yeah, so back in the day, or people that are still kind of old school, that's how we did it, right? Yeah, you put it in the newspaper, right? So now, I mean, with social media, you have Facebook and Instagram and RV Trader and all these places that you can sell.
Yeah, all these Facebook groups, they're all free. RV Trader's a small fee. A lot of people will pay brokers, right? I know like RV Concierge Jim will link his information below. That's all he does. Like, you want to buy or sell, he comes, he takes pictures, he advertises, he deals with the whole thing. Matt from Matt's RV Reviews, same thing. We have done videos for people that want to sell their RVs. They come to us, we do a video. Listen, it's gonna get out to tens of thousands of people, right? So it's definitely easier than ever to sell your RV.
So is now the best time to sell your RV. The best time to sell, we think, was right after COVID. Remember the amount of money that people were getting people were getting more than they paid. So that was really the best time to sell.
That's not the norm.
That's not common, no.
Unless some other pandemic hits or everybody's shut down again, it's probably not going to happen. The best time to sell is when you are ready to sell. And the point of this video is that we wanted to take some of, I guess, the anxiety out of it, because it can be a little bit overwhelming, just to let you know that there are tools out there and it can be done. Thousands of people are doing it. When you're ready to sell, you put it up for sale. Don't hesitate, because the longer that you wait to sell, the less more than likely you're going to get. One other thing I want to talk about, which will help you sell your RV right away, and we have no affiliation with them. You have to price your RV correctly, right? And like the NADA is a guideline, but it's not really a reality, because the reality is somebody is going to give you what your RV is worth to them. So we can ask $300,000 for our motorhome, and if it's only worth $50,000 to somebody, that's all they're going to give us. Or it may be worth $200,000 to somebody else. Anyway, a lot of it's going to be based on the market value. There are some resources out there. I know one specifically is a Facebook page, and he does have a website. I think it's called RV Appraisals. What they do is, number one, they help you buy, but number two, if you're trying to sell your RV, I think it's like 99 bucks, and they turn it around in 24 hours. They do a comparison of RVs that are similar to yours, what they've sold for, price it correctly, and you'll sell it right away. Because remember, the longer that RV is for sale, it's like a house.
Right.
You put a house for sale and it's on the market for like 6 months, you might as well just take it down, because you're not going to get what you want for it. In the comments below, let us know, have you sold an RV? Or are you planning to sell your RV? If you've sold an RV, how did you do it? Why did you do it? Put that all.
Let us know your experience.
Yeah, because not only does it let us know, it lets everybody that watches the video know.
And if you have any selling used tips, everything, put it down in the comments.
And then to the left of us, we're going to put our RV Newbies playlist, our RV DIYs playlist, to help everybody else out there. For myself and MJ, it's the journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.